Okay, so this is part 12. Like, look at the body, man. Like, when I tell you I slimmed down, I slimmed down. But yeah, this is part 12 of why you should never visit the DR. And if you do, just ignore all men or you'll end up pregnant. Okay, but yeah, so this is December of 2022. I had just came back from DR. Again, I'm talking to her dad here and there. He's just letting me know he's good. And then one day he just happened to call me and told me what's like really happening. And yeah, he's from another country. He's from DR, and he was on his way here. Not the way that we applied for, okay? Wink, wink. So he's on his way here, and I'm just like, what? Like, what are you doing? Like, are you crazy? This is dangerous and stuff like that. Obviously, it makes sense why he never told me, because I would have definitely been like, no, like, you're bugging. Don't do this. Like, we're still doing the K-1 visa, even though we're not together. Like, I just still need you here for the sake of my child. Whatever, he didn't say nothing. So, December 2022. With the process of him getting here, he was, in a facility where he had to be held for a little, and he was released. So he was released to his brother. He had a brother that lived in Chicago. His brother is also married to an American citizen, but at that time they were going through like a little rough patch. So his brother was like, had like this bachelor pad living in Chicago. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's dope, living in Chicago. So yeah, he had told me that his brother living in Chicago, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just figure out when I can, head out there so, you can see the baby again. Also, just at that time, I had a roommate. I found her on some roomies.com. One of my friends recommended roomies.com. I had a roommate. At first, she was like really cool. Like, we was chilling, we was vibing. I was pregnant. She was cooking food. We were going out. We had been to a couple restaurants. We had ordered food. Like, it was real chill. It wasn't no weird vibes or nothing. All right, so I'm gonna talk about that in the next part. So yeah. So I'm like, okay, well, I can bring the baby to you in February. So the last time he seen his daughter was in October, which was my birthday month. So he was going to see her again in February. So October, November, December, January, February. So it's been 4 months since he's seen his daughter. So I ended up taking her to Chicago in February, ended up renting a car and staying with him and his brother. All right, yeah. So this is us in Chicago. We went to do like a little tour. I forgot the tower thing, but this is us in Chicago in February of 2023, because he got released from the facility in December, and he was released and sent to Chicago. Again, at that time I had a roommate, so it just wouldn't be, I guess, smart for me to just be, all right, roommate, gotta go. This is a paying roommate. We're going half and half on the rent, and cool. So so I went to Chicago. Was having a good time. He was doing want the whole family back, want my family back and stuff like that. And I was just like, all right, I guess, whatever. And he was like, all right, he has an aunt that lives in the Bronx. So he was like, I'm just going to come up there next month. And I'm going to stay with my aunt until you're able to talk to your roommate. So I was like, okay, that's not a problem. You're right in the Bronx. That's so much better. I can finally take the baby over to the aunt to see the aunt. I'm like, all right, cool, that's fine. So, March came, and he came to New York, got all of his stuff. Now he's officially living in New York, but living in the Bronx again because I have a roommate. However, at that time with my roommate, her mom was sick or something like that, and she was barely at the house. So he had came to the house, and she would go like weeks without coming to the house. And she would text me here and there, hey, Jewel, I'm on my way. Hey, I'm sending a rent, da, 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 da. I'm just here with my mom. She's not doing good. I'm taking care of her. And her mom lived all the way out east. So cool. So I didn't text her. I didn't let her know that he was there because, again, she was barely there. But obviously, if I'm having a man over, I would definitely let the person know that I'm staying with actively. Like, hey, by the way, we have guests. So one day, he was sitting in the living room with his shirt off, sitting in the living room with his shirt off on a towel on his head. And she had walked in, and I was like, hey, I wasn't expecting you, but I got a surprise. And booyah, he was there. And she was like, oh my gosh, wow, I'm so happy for you. Just being super happy for me. And, oh, wow, I'm so happy for you. Your family's here, da, 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 stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, I didn't really say anything because I know you've been dealing with, going back and forth with your mom. So I didn't really say anything. But, yeah, he's here. So I kind of explained briefly how he came. And she was like, oh, wow, girl, I'm just so happy for you guys. Like, you guys, so happy, black family, all of that other stuff. Playing in my face. So, yeah, so that happened. And she had texted me after that. Let me see. Yeah, so she basically made up this lie saying that the neighbors were telling her that he was still there. Meanwhile, she didn't talk to the neighbors at all. And she got this whole thing. Mind you, she was barely at the house because her mom was sick, barely at the house. As y'all can see, these are the messages that she had sent me. And I was just like, okay, you know what? This is a month-to-month lease. Let's just terminate the lease or whatever. So kind of got into like a back and forth with her, and she had threatened, talking about she's going to put cameras in her room because she's moving out on a certain day. She's going to put cameras in her room and she doesn't want anybody coming in. Just nonsense, bro. It was like she was just dragging it. And then she threatened because she said, oh, I work for the government. She was a stenographer, something like that. I work for and this could be jeopardizing my safety. Talking about with him being there. So she was like, oh, well, I just have to leave. And I'm just like, okay, you can leave. But yeah, weird as hell. That's weird. We've never gotten into anything. She just felt some type of way because the neighbors, which I know that was a lie. She was lying. But yeah, so this is now April. She officially left in April of 2023. She's officially gone.